Monday through Friday. Thank you. Get some rest. Have a nice sleep, and then log on Monday and explain to me what sleep is and what it feels like, and does it do anything for you? Cheers, cheers. Happy Friday. Alright, I like Mr. Butthole Mouth Rabbit. He is now a friend of mine. We go ice skating on Tuesdays. What else? Alright, shall we paint some cocks? Some cock paws? Maybe jump over to the coconut? Hey, step back a minute. I'm going to wheel my chair back a little bit, and always good to step back and assess what you've just done. What the hell did I do to this canvas, man? Alright, it's coming out nice. Yeah, I got to figure out that background. Red could work. But I want, I was just thinking like a really nice deep red would be, to go above, and to contrast the teal down here. I'll have to experiment with it. I'm almost thinking like some old like Victorian era like wallpaper. That actually might be kind of cool. Maybe some red and gold stripes, like use that gold paint. Which I can do because I'm not making reproductions of this, so I can use some like foil-y type stuff that doesn't have to shoot. I don't have to worry about how it looks when it gets shot. Maybe they used a lot of that too on the old medieval paintings, the gold foil. Mine will just be paint, of course, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think gold and red stripes. Because they did a lot of alternating patterns too. That kind of hopped all over the place. All right. Awesome. Glad I figured that out. Thanks for nothing, chat. I'm kind of kidding. Okay. Oh, I just want the centerpiece done so I can do these doors. That'll be the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's get a little hatching underneath his neck here. Whoops. I'm going to slam into it. Put a big dent in the painting before I give it to the client. Here, dude, I meant to do that. Oh, nope. I don't have enough ink. Okay. Cross-hatching. There we go. We gotta bring it out more. There we go. All right. Back now. Yeah, hang on. Maybe bring this hatching out. There we go. It looks a little too heavy on the bottom. Yeah, much better. Okay. Okay. Let me take a quick pic here. Shoot this out to some peeps on social media. Maybe see how many of my normal crazies I can get online. On air now. www. Video? It's not a video. Good old Facebook. You can tell it's for old people when the website itself is going senile. Upload photo. What do you want to do with this video? Huh? Okay. Just trying to make sure I've done everything I want to do over here. Let me pull up the reference photos for this rooster, and we'll get started on that. Yeah, there's a pretty definitive line around the feathers. I was worried that, like, unlike the rabbit, when I get down here, how much will get lost if I put the background in that I have to go over and do, but it's okay. I'm just going to pull up a couple reference photos for some roosters. I love how my iPad's fucked up because I haven't updated it. Joyce. Yeah, I like these roosters. Let's do these guys. They look great. They're big, they're colorful. It's like a Gaelic rooster, I think. Those are fun. Yeah, they do have the red. Okay, so let's dip back into the red. Forgot to hit this guy with red right here. There we go. Oh, he looks like a drunken Irishman. There we go. Okay. It's just a little bit that's not showing. Let me see here. Let me adjust the camera real quick. There we go. All right. So we got just about all the colors worked out. Let's see. I'm going with some deep yellow here first. Deep yellow. There we go. tail feathers are black, but you're not going to see them on this dude. So, we'll do blue for him. So we're just scrubbing in some base color here. You know the drill. These will be blue. Let's see. They don't really have them with their wings out, do they? Come on, flap around, motherfuckers. Yeah. Take creative liberty. Okay. Some of that pencil in there to dirty up the color a little bit. How did my phone go? Oh. Ian's like, at midnight, are you going to demonstrate your famous unladen swallow move? What? Ian Dunn.
What did he say?
Are you going to demonstrate at midnight your unladen swallow move? So I took a picture of the swallow for him. That's funny. John Francis and Bud Cole both reacted. Nice. I hope they jump on. Come on, Bud. John, your painting's next. I got you in the works. I already did three conceptual paintings. We're going to get into this big motherfucking World War II painting. And that is going to be a masterpiece. It's going to win me the Nobel Sean Prize. That is a thing. But this will be, I like the fact I get to document these big commissions now and actually like, hey, here's a video of your painting being done. That's going to be super cool. There we go. Now live. All right. So it's base coating. It's funny. They look like something like a logo that would be on Los Hermanos, Pollos Hermanos. Fringe chickens. You're not a fringe chicken anymore. Oh. Surprised I didn't make that joke in there. We need to reshoot Breaking Bad so we can use a horribly, horribly bad joke. Is that a rooster? It is. It is. There's a couple of roosters. Yeah. I think, yeah, and I'm taking some liberties with what roosters, so I'm putting Gaelic roosters in. I don't know if those were the roosters they had in the film, and that would require pushing buttons and looking them up, but I like the Gaelic ones. I do. I've got more cock in my paintings. You're right. I just can't seem to get away from it. You guys will probably add this to the religion. These are like bishops in the cocktail religion. He's a bunch of fucked up lads. Okay, and we need a blue. Color's their beak. It can be this funky color. Add a little touch of yellow. Get their beaks put in. I like the roosters. But it's not that I have a lot of cock in my painting, it's this movie had a lot of cock in it. Alright. Let me be right back. I gotta go into the gear bag. Because I have, and I think I still have it. I hope so, because this would be very cool if I could find this particular blue. That's phthalo green. No, let's see. We will dig. I had a really cool, like, is this it? Metallic cobalt blue. Here it is. This'll work. From the archives. Sounds like one of my, a lot of, I got a metallic blue. So this will actually, it's got little flecks of shit in it. But it'll cool. So when the light hits it, it'll reflect off of it. And then I'll put the gold and red stripes in the back with that same gold paint that I did the cockpaw painting, and yeah, it'll be good to go. I got copper too that I've been wasting, so maybe I'll end up using some of that. Where's the blue bowl? Where's the blue bowls? Oh yeah, I love this shit. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it on. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's shiny. Yeah, from the archives. I haven't used it since I did the OCB Rolling Papers Ring of Fire painting. So yes, from the archives. Cock and blue bowls, exactly. I won Arby's from fighting with the train. What? So you went and yelled at a train and they bought you Arby's? You got an barbecue? You got an barbecue. Where do pirates eat? Arby's. Oh God. Who, you know, spreadable meat? That's just disgusting. Spreadable meat? Yeah, that's Arby's, dude. Their meat is so fucking just nasty. You can spread it with a knife. It's spreadable meat. It's almost like Spam. Yeah, it is. No. It would not be quality.
It would not be quality.
I'm pretty sure I won that argument. Or whatever. Who was in it? Alright. I'm gonna yell at trains. I'm gonna yell at trains if they reward you with Arby's. There you go. Goals, man, goals. When I started out at Harvard, I didn't know what I wanted to do. But soon, I discovered yelling at trains for Arby's.
Yelling at trains.
Yeah. That's Jerry Seinfeld's new show. Yelling at trains for Arby's with comedians. My goal is to eat. Well, there you go, Walter. I like your goals. They're easy, to the point. Complicated goals are harder to achieve. Definitely worth it. Yeah, I mean, you'll live a fulfilled life if your goals are merely to eat and sleep, perhaps breathe, acquire shelter. I might be getting a little crazy. Food, I know. I can't wait to go to the food store later because I'm fucking hungry right now. And it might be pizza night. Because there's nothing like a random 2 a.m., 3 a.m. pizza to really just drive it home. That I spend way too much time breathing is overrated. Yeah, definitely. 2 a.m. pizzas are the best. There's going to be a lot of those coming up. Because I am going to crank on these two big commissions. Next up, the 1/15th. Double the size. This painting has been reworked in my head and on paper and canvas for many years now, and it took me a while to finally get the, like, hell yeah moment. Sean's academic history. Oh, lovely. What is that clip? I'm not gonna watch it right now, but and you better capitalize my name from now on, motherfucker. Gosh, just grammar goes out the window. Just out the window. Oh. About you going to Harvard. Oh, yelling at trains. Nice. It definitely. Everybody's going to know that I have a Harvard education. What are we, 9 Inch Nails? Only lowercase from now on? Like all their album names and... Hey, what's up, black artist? No, I just hate the shift key, capitalized. Whoa, man, asking too much. I'm going to spell it wrong if you want to. All good. You know, my loyal subjects. It's all good. What we got here? We got the laugh out loud shit. That guy's laughing. Wait till he gets some licks from the devil. Wait till we beat the devil out of him. These look like high school football logo roosters. I can't wait to put the detail in on these. They're very fucking weird right now. Yeah. I will ban you if you ever spell my name that hooked on phonics way. That's my one rule. That's gonna go on the rules. Yawn. The devil is my friend. I named one of my cats after him. He should be honored. I made an emote. Come on. I got that emote going. We have honored the devil. So the Gaelic rooster, the gay cock. Oh, what did I do to this poor painting? What did I do? Damn welder. Oh, and Sugar stepped out, and he left the loop on. I'm your favorite. You're my only welder. You're lucky. Next person that comes in here and starts welding, you're gonna have to work. I know. You are my favorite welder. On Twitch, that does art and posts in my Discord and is always on. You could have an emote to be a golden paps. That would be cool. Lord and Masters. No, I'm not really into that Lord and Master shit. Definitely not my personality. That seems like it takes a lot of effort. I already got a lot of shit to do. Yeah, a golden Pabst would be sick. I don't think they'd give a fuck. Twitch might. It's a copyright infringement emote. What? People have shit like Scooby-Doo and Pokemon emotes, and does shit like that get approved? Excuse me. Ever just want to get a bunch of friends together and try and start your own urban legends? That would be fun. I like that idea. Have you done that before? Seems like it's been on your mind. That's cool. I didn't even think about shit like that. Yeah, that would be fun. That's definitely where the cockball came from. There's a cat out there. What? We do a lighter blue on these ones that are out here. That's why I skipped the white, as if you could even see it. But, you know, whoops. I'm smashing into the painting again. Oh, this poor easel. Poor easel, poor canvas, poor everything. Ever want to get a bunch of strangers, start a mosh pit in downtown New York? Yeah, why not? Like, just start something that's fucked up, see if you can get people to believe in it. Dude, I didn't even start the cockball shit, and people are already believing in it. So, I think you got a pretty good chance of, if you put some effort into something, people will be on that shit. That sense of belonging, you know, whether you're worshiping a hairy cat paw that looks like a dick or whatever, or an Arby's sandwich. You know what? Nor have I. I've driven through Queens on my way to Massachusetts, but I was 18 years on the East Coast outside of Baltimore, and my parents never thought to take me to New York for some reason. I don't know. That shit, like white on rice. Yeah, I can't believe I've never gone to New York City. I've been in many surrounding areas. My brother-in-law and his wife live in Cape Cod, Mashpee, Jones Beach. I've done some festivals there where I've live painted. Let's do a flash mosh. I'd be down. I guess DC was easier. Like, you can see all sorts of museums and shit, and it was a lot easier to get to. Yeah, as opposed to having to go all the way to Manhattan. Yeah, okay. Sorry, somebody's Facebook messaging me. New York has him now. Right? There's no getting away. There's that damn rooster. Yeah, they're pretty lit up. The colors, not the roosters. The roosters are not lit. Pizza. 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 Oh, wait. Oh. Sugar better be in the driving mood. Because I've been drinking. Let's bust out some oranges. Wash the brush off. Yeah, I was thinking about that too when I was saying that. I was like, I'm just going to keep repeating shit till the welder's like, I'm freaking starving. And then you just quit your job and they find you half dead, gorged on barbecues. Man, that sounds like a fantastic goal. Ew, that's filthy as shit. Come on, dude. Oh, I need to go change my paint water. But I'm too lazy. Let's get a little mix on of some paint. Uh-oh. I'm just dropping in just a base orange for shadows and some of the feathering. I went home already. I could make a Walmart run, but I don't. You know, I already went and ate. What did I have today? There's a bunch of spaghetti in there. I could just heat that up. Just a quick meal. Spaghetti with pesto, some kale pesto, and a little parm cheese. A little slice of butter with some bread on it. Just like I used to eat when I was 5 years old at Grandma's house. Ooh, that sounds delish. I know. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. I have no concern for the safety or hunger of others. I really wish I did, but for the next 3 hours, we're going to talk about food. I can hear it now. You want some bread and butter with that? Right? He could never tantalize a woman, but damn, he could make people hungry. His words were food porn. Yeah, I mean, I can cook, but Sugar and my wife are really good cooks too, so I don't really have to pass my eggs in the morning. My 4 eggs, sausage, toast, veggie sausage, of course, toast, strong ass coffee, the strongest coffee imaginable. Gotta get that shit going. Let's see here. Where the fuck there we go. Strong ass coffee. You need friend upgrades. You're like, I'm running these old 486 friends. They all still have CD players in their ass. I thought my channel was your friend upgrade. All the wonderful people here that make you feel good about yourself because you're like, at least I'm not that dude. There we go. and upgrades. I'm slowly getting these upgrades. I went from no ones that buy drugs for me to eat, and I got Sean. Oh, boy. Yeah, you're making waves, dude. That's a tsunami of an improvement. Love it. That'll be on your tombstone. At least I was hungry and had Sean. What? You cooked and ate Sean? There we go. A little bit of that in there. Tasty food jams. Oh, we may be listening to this jam for a while. If Sugar's high enough to where he's just passing out in the motorhome right now. There we go. All right. Shading under there, and I'm just dry brushing right now. Just dry humping the rooster. Dry humping the cock. Getting some shading in there. The magic's in the ink. There we go. Boom. Yeah. Alright. Let's get to detailing. Oh, we need another beer. I will be right back. You don't want me shaking while I'm painting, so. And we're gonna ink in these cocks. Perfect. See you in a minute. What is it? Massage it? Where to get them? Crazy stalkers that bring you food. That would be awesome. All right. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in Australia. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. We're banging out this painting. A little pan going there. Woo! There's the bloody rabbit. There's the gentleman. Oh, shit. Where's the holy hand grenade? And working our way up the canvas. So once this is done, I'll start streaming the doors, and I'm going to switch to my phone so I can soak up some fans. Nice. I got mine right there. Fans are good. We will be here. I will be here. I got rid of that other guy in my head. Alright. Time to detail the roosters. So, put my headphones back on too. There we go. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, how did I not... Oh, I fucked that up. Oh, well. Okay. Alright, let's jump back into the ink. My favorite place to be. Dude, if Holbein, I'd fill a swimming pool with Holbein ink. Just jump in. I bet with the next painting, with the World War II painting, I'll probably go through like 2 bottles of ink on that painting. I'm excited. It's so huge. It's so huge. It's so big. It will be a lot of paint. All right. I guess scale-wise, if you open the when this will have the doors open, it'll be the same size as the next painting I'm working on. Like this one that has been many, many years in the making. But I think well worth it, because this shit's going to be incredible. It's going to be wild. So big. What is that emote? Terrangasm? Here we go. That deserves some licks from the devil. Just because I know, like, by doing the whale painting, the Shermantipede, the MG42 mosquito, I'm envisioning it now, like, now that I know where they're positioned on the canvas, like, just how crazy that painting's going to be. I'm excited. I've never attempted a painting like that size with that much detail before, so... There will probably be a lot of throwing of shit in the studio, but that's okay. A lot of, dear God, man, I've already put 100 hours into this shit. When's it done already? Holy fuck. But that's okay. And I don't mean attempt in some sort of I may fail at it way. I just mean it is a lot of work. I will not throw actual shit. You're all good, dude. What do you care anyway? It's not going to hit you. And you eat Arby's, so... You've already put shit in your mouth. But all Arby's bashing aside, I am excited about this World War II painting. It's going to have Valkyries, naked Nazi chicks on leopard tanks, centipede Sherman tanks, mosquitoes, whales, guys sleeping, hedgerows, trench vodka. Tim's not here, is he? No. I care because it's... I just meant objects Like sometimes, you know, when it's just you need a release, I might just pick this chair up and huck it at the wall. Let's get weird. Exactly. Oh, you must own part of an Arby's. Yes, we'll get weird. I'll bring out the costumes too, man. I'll wear my World War II hats instead of this one. I got a steel doughboy helmet. Actually, I guess it's World War One. They might have worn those in World War II. I don't know what model I have. I've got a bunch of Russian shit. My German stuff is, I think I just had a tank commander's hat. I don't know where that's at though. I think it's in my buddy's storage. We'll turn the studio, we'll decorate it, turn it into a bunker. We'll get Pink Floyd The Wall going. Let's get weird. I am entitled to my own fucking opinion. How big do we want this rooster eye? It's gonna be weird. How big is weird? Alright. Oh, this is going to take a minute. I think Sugar did pass out. I'll have to switch to my phone later and we'll go dump a bucket of water on him. Go mobile. Mobile mess with Sugar. Hey dude, you left the same song on and I've been listening to it for 3 hours straight. Yeah. Oh. Did it just end? I haven't tried the mobile shit yet. Their app blows. Do I have to stream from their app? Yeah, Ice Bucket Challenge. If I go out on my birthday, I'd like to stream it. I'll go to many bars, and I'll draw on bar napkins and have you guys shout out ideas. Well, I guess you don't have to yell since I'm not going to hear you anyway. Just type them. Yeah, type them. There we go. Ice Bucket Challenge. That'd be awesome. He would fucking freak. No, the shouts must be loud enough for the Dragon High Priest to hear, right? Well, we could go in Discord, I'm sure. Have everybody hop on Discord chat, and I'll serenade you with drunken ramblings. Irish tunes and gold doubloons. We're yelling now? Yeah. I can hear you. Wow. You have a booming voice with a hint of a ballerina. It's comforting. Oh, and you'll love the bars that we have in this town. You can imagine, small town. Just a bunch of yokels. I'm apparently supposed to go to a girl's house when I get off work at 5 a.m. That's awesome, dude. Does she know you? Or is this kind of a hide in the bushes thing? And hey, is that cool? And if she doesn't shoot you or call the cops, it's a good thing? Or? Is she one of the train drivers? Oh, 500 people. Okay. Yeah, you got me beat, dude. I'm a fucking metropolis. I'm a megaopolis compared to you. 16,000 people. But I'm used to living in cities with millions, so to me, this is some fucking Barney Fife shit right here. Well, Andy? She told me to. She's not a train driver. She's a locomotive mama. She's a loco mama. Loco mamacita. Well, that's awesome, dude. Congratulations. You know where to post weird pictures in Discord? Did you want her to be a stranger? That would be awesome. Wouldn't that have been cool as hell? That way you can be like, oh, I rode the train last night. I yelled at the train last night. I think we have 650,000 people. Oh, I thought you meant in chat. I'm like, that'd be cool. Could I get a couple follows? It's going to be a fuzzy rooster, too. It's going to be such a soft rooster with a soft bunny. I wanted her to be a lawyer. That's awesome. Well, hey, man, some 5 a.m. day drinking is always a good thing. That's a good hour. Because there's not much bullshit that goes on, you know? You're like, well, everything's closed, and so let's hop in bed. Ninja just randomly hosts Sean. What? Oh. Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice if you could? I think I would make some people's lives pretty fucking cool. And miserable. Going late night, had to step out for some ice cream and chips, and you're still at it. Oh, yeah. Ice cream and chips. There you go, Welder. You got someone else talking about food. Yeah, I'm pushing, dude. Next few weeks are going to be just crazy as far as getting this done, getting another big painting done, and then I leave less than a month for tour. So just trying to get all that sorted, which isn't bad. That this year I've pretty much got everything taken care of, I think, for tour. I don't have to buy a bunch of shit. I don't have to. Snag attack tends to have 10,000. Oh, plus viewers, nice. Oh, that dude. Yeah. I don't know if he could handle hosting me. I'm a mature audience, remember. I'm wondering if Sugar ran off and bought pizza. That would be awesome. Not, oh, I'm going to leave the song on and go to bed. $50K. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy to have that many viewers. At that point, you just give up on chat, right? I mean, I'd probably just have a sub-only room and just keep that open. Wouldn't even bother with anything else. Pop in once in a while. What up? Yeah, I've seen some of those channels that are just out of control, and the guy just looks like is just like a blithering idiot when he tries to like catch up with chat. We're supposed to be mature. Yeah, dude. It's in my terms of service. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not, you know. Yeah, right. The porn music comes on. Bunch of funky bass or maybe some 80s saxophone. And a hot pizza gets laid on the table. Yeah, I don't ever want this room. I mean, I don't care how big it gets, but yeah, man. I'll definitely separate that shit out. I'll have 100,000 viewers, but I'll still be talking to you 8 guys and girls. Like the OG crew. But you have people want to know shit. Great, leave a message. Flamin' hot Funyuns. Damn. With ice cream. Line break. Motherfucking ink. My forehead sweat. Gonna make you sweat. CNC Music Factory chips. What are your thoughts on digital art magazines? I don't have any. Like ones that only focus on digital art? Or what? Or like digital art like, I don't know. Digital art mags. I don't know. I'm just not big fan of digital art. I mean, if there's magazines out there that are like how to do this and software this and tutorials that might be cool, but magazines that are only online. I don't mind them. I don't know. That just falls under like a weird breed of social media. Could you do it? How do you make it interesting with it? I mean, you're just basically a news blog at that point. I was never big at reading Kindle or digital books or anything of that nature. But that's just me. Strictly trying to get exposure? Of course, man. Definitely. If you got some 17-year-old at the high school that wants to interview you about your art, fucking put it out there. Do an interview. Press, good press. Bad press is good press. Yeah, for sure. I mean, and plus usually they have a good social network that they shoot it out to as well. I mean, that's one thing to consider. Like, even if it is just a digital magazine, it's like, okay, well, what is their following on Twitter and Instagram, and do they do shout outs, you know, when your article comes out, if it's in the magazine, and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, because if you look at, like, Juxtapose, like, their media kit, it includes, like, if you get an ad in the magazine, it also includes, like, shout outs on Instagram and Facebook, all that good stuff. So yeah, I mean, it, you know, just depends what their following is. Yeah, I tag Juxtapose and all my shit. I really don't give a fuck. I you know, it's an okay magazine. It's lost a lot over the years. I mean, no one, you know, but it's yeah, still, I always tag High Fructose and Juxtapose in my posts, and it's like, hey, you know, just keeping you updated in case you do want to do an article. But that's like, you know, just calling them up and being like, oh, I've got $1,500 for an ad. Yeah, I'll give it to you if you do a fucking story on me. I mean, I'm sure you can negotiate that. Because I think their 2-page ads used to be obscene, 20 grand, 10 grand, something like that for advertising back in the day, and nowadays they can't, you know, they're not pulling those kind of numbers. There we go. Oh, this is like a flaming cock. This is awesome. It's all fiery and yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been reaching out to podcasts lately, and there's a few of them that have responded. We got to get back to them with the information they need, but I'm going to be featured in Balls Magazine next month, so I'm all good. Your cock is so detailed. Yes. Most people don't like to spend a lot of time detailing the cock. It makes them uncomfortable. They're afraid it's going to fire off while they're in the middle of detailing it. Yeah, but Balls Magazine, let me tell you. Yep, cock, paw, balls. I mean, it's just, you know, it was in the cards. It was in the freaking cards. Ugh. I got weird muscles that, like, make pain. Gotta split. Spit shine that shit. Yeah, it's like, come on, man. If you're gonna take the time to ink it. There we go. Alright. And there's 2 of them. I mean, come on. If you're gonna commit to 2. I know this song. Oh, this must be a mix. Yeah. I'll tell you that. Double cock. Double-barreled cock. Double cock. It's the Scottish. Alright. And that blue is pretty cool too when the light hits it. It's all shiny. There we go. Oh. Let me get that. Got to get the underside of the cock here. Can't let that go either. And it just feels left out. Alright. Do. There we go. All right. We got half a cock done. Whee! Let's go over the ear that's resting nicely next to the cock. And make sure all these little doohickeys get taken care of. There we go. All right. Yeah, European swallow. Because they were talking about the South African swallow, and that if they tied a string between the two coconuts, they could actually carry it. Because he's like, where on earth did you get a fucking coconut in England? Oh, yeah. Yeah, they shot these over the wall, and then there's the swallow. So cock and swallow. I got you covered. A boat. What? You mean a boat? Alright. Alright. Well, we got some late nighters coming in. The delay from when I reply to what you said from the time you get started kills the punchline delivery. Oh. Yeah, the delay can be kind of crazy. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it's tough when you're, punchline of a joke or whatnot. Oh, the coconuts came on a boat. Yeah. All right, I get it now. No. Was being just snarky. Listen up, Funyun. Flamin' Funyun. Gonna go to Art Center today. Oh, cool. Some base gouache colors. Yes. See if they got the Holbein ones. Let me know how you like using gouache. I've never actually used them. Oh, safari chicken. Gouache. Did I just... Oh, I wanted to... Okay. I see. Their under feathers are black. So flat background and then modify. Liquid frisket? Is that a mask? Like a masking agent? Or a cat food? Liquid frisket. Meow. Yeah. Yeah, it's the cat food? No, the mask. Okay. I know you were talking about it a couple days ago. Week ago, a couple months. Time flies. College Witch just got a professorship for watercolor painting and illustration. Oh, sick. That's awesome. You can go guest speak at the school. I know you're here for watercolor, but have you heard about the cockball? What? Awesome. That's good. And he's local? So it's always good to have, someone local that you can bounce ideas off of and whatnot. And then it's definitely use that. That's out of my realm. I don't use the watercolor. I'm banned from the school. You are on your way to success, my friend. Because you don't go nowhere unless you're banned from the school. You got pressure to the college. Oh, okay. 2 hours away. Beth. Well, he's in now, dude. You can get your ban lifted. Unless you did some horribly fucked up shit. More ink. Moss ink. There we go. This is real long feathers. Be like, not only did I get the ban lifted, I got an executive parking spot. All good. Yeah, fuck it. As long as you get advice you need for your art, who gives a shit? In fact, let's get a couple of those. There we go. Really cool looking feathers going on right there. Any excuse to do these little doohickey things. Fade that in. Looks like it's floating there. There we go. And then there we go. I overall want a career in art, but that is a nice perk to succeeding. Oh yeah. I'm not worried about your name for myself. Showdown. You shouldn't be worried about anything, except making that career, because that shit'll take care of everybody else when you are successful. I know the more successful I get, the more, those people that doubted me look at me and they're like, okay, I was fucking wrong. And it's a damn good feeling. It's such a good feeling to rub it in someone's eye. Yeah, definitely good shit. And it just takes a while. And a lot of it has to do with, people's perception of artists and how tough it is. It basically just enhances their own, lack of self-worth. And so they try and shit on you. And people work for DC and Marvel are like, how do you have that much patience to hatch like that? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is everybody, and especially Marvel and DC artists, it's not the art it used to be, drawing comic books. I mean, it's definitely been pushed into the realm of manufacturing. I mean, there's some good artists, but you're not going to find their best work in a comic book. I mean, most of the comic artists I know, their sketches at Comic-Con are insane. And their comic work is just, whatever. They drew it, it looks good, and then they digitally inked it and colored it. So everybody's got their own thing, and different ways of putting it out there. Yeah, I mean, my buddy Ali Garza just destroys me when it comes to anatomy, and he's just a fucking king at it. But as far as painting, he looks like a fucking kindergartner. But we've done some collabs together and whatnot, which is kind of cool. Yeah, but to me too, it's you're just doing pencils. One guy just does inks. One guy, so when I don't see something fantastically obscenely good, I'm like, you only had 1/5 of a job to do, The sequential is hard though, and I think a lot of artists, like in their mind's eye, are more worried about layout and how it flows and all that, and kind of stylistic elements, and really making it just like, yeah, I drew that. It gets kind of lost. So, I mean, even Jim Lee, if you watch his stream, the guy's a legend, But when he was doing like the 1,000th cover of Action Comics or whatever, it was like, oh, we're gonna have dude here and he's punching this guy, and I'm like, really, 1,000 issues, and the best you could come up with is like 2 guys punching each other, or Superman and Batman, or whatever the fuck, or whoever the villain was. I'm like, I don't know. I would look at that and be like, maybe mixed media, or maybe switch it up a bit as an artist, and say, hey, I've been doing comics for 30 years. I'm known for this. I draw this, but tonight I'm gonna cross stitch the front cover to Action Comics 1000 or whatever. It's just, I mean, he's the fucking editor, I think, of DC Comics. Like, sure, he could pull something. But just like 2 guys fighting on the front of a comic book for an iconic issue like that, it's just, I don't know. It confused me a little. I guess would be an appropriate word, or emotion for that, because I was like, what? I don't know. I mean, when I get, tapped for projects that deal with iconic shows or whatever, it's like, what can I do that's going to really live up to a complete, yeah, right? I mean, like my OCB, covers, or rolling trays, like the poster art, that's like 130-year lineage, 140-year lineage of posters that have been done for that company. So it's like, I wanted to make sure those things stood the test of time, and that they were actually getting some stuff that was would fit in with that, and people wouldn't have, what would you say your weaknesses in your art? Definitely anatomy. When I'm doing my pinup girls, I do a lot of referencing, and maybe that's just me trying to compare myself to a comic book artist, because I can't just bust out, the perfect woman or a dude standing there or whatnot. I can get close, and stylistically, I mean, I can come up with something that's awesome, but as far as getting it, I do, would love to work on my figure drawing a lot more, and because I feel they are kind of stiff at times, Granted, most of them are German. No. But yeah, my figure drawing for sure. I would love to work on that a lot. And maybe just expand to some different mediums. I don't know if that would, in working with other mediums and visually seeing other textures that come out of working with stuff, it might translate into, new textures that I use in my paintings. So just kind of expanding, where I get my ideas and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't say no to the women I draw, but but you might think they may have had a hip replacement or 500 follower oil paint stream. I mean, isn't that Bob Ross? He's 500 million. Yeah. I would if they were blonde. Yeah, I don't paint blondes. Request only. Oh wait, would you? Oh, I would if they were blonde. Okay. I think we're on the same page then. I would say no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. mean, there's a lot of beautiful women with blonde hair, but yeah, I prefer redheads. Baby saucy. My wife's a redhead. Got me a good one. Woo. Alright. Yeah, I'm trying to think where else I'd like to improve in my art, you know. I don't know, I'm loving all the detail. I mean, I'll still do that. Scarlet Joe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, always. And for me, stylistically, I'm happy. And like I said, with now streaming on Twitch and being able to talk my way through the paintings and the improvement I'm seeing and just the tightness of the artwork and making sure that I'm not phoning in some shit because I'm watching a movie while I'm painting has really been a leap for me, and I'm super stoked on that. Me right now, it's definitely, you know, the more the business side as far as what I need to work on as an artist. That doesn't necessarily have to do with technique, you know, so that takes up a lot of my time. Securing different streams of revenue so I can like have more time to paint and then actually have that time to concentrate, maybe take some figure drawing classes to get some more, you know, learn how to draw people a little bit more naturally and not always so, you know, stuffy or... There's a girl on DeviantArt, though, that I use for most of my pinup reference photos, and her stuff is phenomenal, so that's really helped as well. I mean, the grind rod painting I put out, I think, is one of my best pinups ever, and, you know... Yeah. And it's not a matter of focusing, it's just... Like, when I paint, and I love it and whatnot, but the focus being, like, I have time set aside and not just bouncing from one thing to another. Like, you know, occasionally, like you've seen, I'll do a quick business text or whatever, but, you know, being able to say, hey, I'm painting for these 3 to 5 hours, and, you know, and that's that. And I'm drinking PBR for 3 to 5 hours. Priorities, man, you know. I think that's why, I mean, obvious reasons why I gravitated towards, you know, pinup, but you also have to pay, you know, a lot of attention to the body, so it was a cool area to get into, so I could actually study it more. 3 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and then with the doors, when it opens up, will be another, it'll be 6 feet wide by 4 feet tall, completely opened up. And then this middle panel is 3 feet by 4 feet. So, and then the next one I'm working on, the World War II one, about the 115th, is 2 of these canvases put together. It won't have doors or anything, but it'll be 2 3 by 4 canvases put together. So, yeah. So, chickens, all that, down to this shit. There's the dudes. I like how bright it's getting up here now with the oranges of the Trojan rabbit and the cocks and the roosters. But yeah. And this is normally what I work on. I didn't really like I said, I had started jumping to those 16 by 20s when I got the gig with the magazine to be able to knock out magazine covers super quick, but it did take, you know, it took me a few covers to get used to painting that small, you know, because that's a whole different animal. Witchy witchy. Witchy witch. No, I don't necessarily believe bigger is better for art. But visually, it's stunning when it's a big painting. I think from maybe a sales perspective, um, definitely. I mean, when you have a massive painting hanging there, I mean, it's just cool as shit to look at. Detail wise, sure, I can fit a lot more, detail in than I would a smaller painting, but it really depends on complexity. But like with these 16 by 20s that I'm working on Twitch, it's like I got 8 of those now. I put them all next to each other on a wall. That's going to look just as impressive, and it's because it's like, whoa, these are multiple paintings. Look at all the subject matters, and varies between people too, who's looking at it, and most people will say bigger is better, but that's just kind of a canned answer. Gridded works in a series, yeah. I mean, stuff like that, like anything that kind of works together on a large scale that doesn't necessarily have to be a 15-foot painting. This sold in 2 days. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, dude. Like, and anything like that, because it covers up a nice chunk of real estate too. For their wall. Because I mean, one painting, even if you frame it, blah blah blah. But if you have 3 of them and they're framed, you can spread it out, and you're like, yeah, that's people like that shit. It's good. I've done that a few times. Yeah, triptychs like that. I do a lot of triptychs and diptychs and what like that. I do like that blah 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 style, or whatever you would call it, composition of painting. Yeah, I mean, I still haven't put. I got to go put it back up. But this wall, I don't even know if you can see you can kind of see the nail holes up there, but I have a painting, a triptych that fills this entire wall back here, and it's 9 feet by 4 feet. 8 sets of 3 of those little circulars, 150 a set. Yeah, man, and that's a hell of a price too. So for an original, I mean that's kind of a no-brainer. I mean, if I was in there, I'd be like, yeah. 3 paintings, 150, takes up a nice chunk of real estate on the wall. Yeah, I just haven't put that painting back on the wall since we evacuated for the fire a couple weeks ago. I'll get it up there. Now that I know I can easily show you guys. Yeah. Time, whatever, but you'll get to that point where 15, 20 minutes, who gives a shit? They're desirable, so those things will sell for $600-700 each. I don't even worry these days about how long it takes something. It's going to be the starting price is going to be high just because it's an original, and that's where it needs to be. But where you're at right now, I mean, selling 8 of those at 150 or whatever, that's a good income, at one place. It was all at the same bar? Is that what you said? Four-inch diameter circles. Okay, all right. Forward through Etsy, okay. Oh, you've had some success with Etsy, okay. That's cool. I tried Etsy for about 6 minutes. I didn't put any time into it, but I got friends that sell on Etsy. I thought about making Prince selling his coasters. Dude, that's a good idea. Anything you get shot, if you can, especially if it's got like a nice border or a die cut area, or because like with the cockpaw image, we're die cutting that, so there's going to be mats that have the cat that are die cut, stickers that are die cut. I'm thinking of doing some window decals and stores like that are like because you got to think if you're selling a lot on Etsy or a site that takes a percentage, what is that percentage? Would that money be more useful as a Facebook ad, Instagram ad? What can you use to promote and just increase sales on your own site as opposed to giving Etsy? That's why I stopped doing eBay. eBay was like, oh, you look to the left, that'll be $50. Like, what? You back-clicked with your mouse, that's $100. You listed something and spelt it wrong and had to edit it. We're going to take another 20%. It's like, fuck off, man. Yeah, eBay was the worst for a while. Yeah, the ad shit's pretty easy. In fact, if you want to get into, and you got time to listen to like podcasts and shit, I don't know if I told you guys, I mentioned it before. This guy, Social Media Examiner podcast, and they have Social Media Marketing World in San Diego in March, I believe, which is a big like social media convention. But that guy, Michael Stelzner, has amazing guests, and it's everything you'd ever want to know about advertising. And in fact, they just had one of the girls that plays Dungeons and Dragons on that Geek and Sundry show. Just did a whole interview with Michael Stelzner about Twitch. It was okay. It could have had a little bit more information, I think, for people that are just getting into it. But I don't think he's ever talked about Twitch before on it. So I listen to 8 podcasts a week with Gary Vee's. Yeah. And art marketing is another. Cool. Yeah, let me know if there's any good art marketing ones. I wouldn't mind hitting him up to be on it and doing an interview. The Solopreneur Hour, I just did an interview with them back in May. So that episode is up on solohour.com, I think it is. And I go into basically talk about the same shit that we talk about in here as far as the business side. Gary Vee I listen to. I've got his podcast on I watch his YouTube, like his video blogs, and it was funny, the head shop we were in the other day, he's on the cover of Dope, the Nostradamus of cannabis. He actually owns a part of a company out in California, because I was like, what the fuck does he know about cannabis? And but it sounds like shit, man. I got to get connected with this dude, because if I'm going to be working in this industry, like one of the phrases, and I say this all the time about how young this industry is and how it's time to strike while the iron's hot. But he was saying something about how obnoxiously young the cannabis industry is, and he is 100% correct. Because like most people you meet at the trade show were probably street dealers at one point. They got into manufacturing something. There's finally some real businessmen coming into the industry that can, and good ones, solid ones, that can actually put business plans together. But that's why I'm pushing hard to get my line of products out and whatnot, because I think I could do some real damage in that industry and up the level of the kind of art that's pushed out, because it is just garbage right now. There we go. Oh, cool. Yeah, we should probably set up, if there's not, like a section in Discord for sharing links for education about business or promoting art or whatnot. They push their storefront as a product they made, but it's augmented reality. Okay. Well, that's pretty dope. Yeah, is it like artist storefronts? Kind of like them? It is them. Okay, all right, yeah. I've looked into their stuff. I would never use anything like that, but that's cool. I didn't know they had a podcast or whatnot. But we were just looking at them a few. I mean, I saw when they first came out, and then you want that link in the new text channel? You mean like the business, whatever? You could, yeah. I mean, I'm open to put any links in there, whether and I can like maybe drop my opinion or whatnot on some of them, but open up a discussion if people have used them or or anything like that, and then with like the Solopreneur Hour, I can do links to specific episodes that I've been on and. He is big on mailing list and fishbowl marketing and live shows. Mailing lists are huge. I just hired my buddy Robert to call every smoke shop he possibly can in the United States right now to build people's interest up in the fall line and, that's coming out and make sure people know my art. And because you never know who's just going to want to buy some personal art. So, yeah, people underestimate their email list, but it's actually one of the bigger things that you want to focus on, like directly reaching out. Like we have our wholesale, like I have DietrichWholesale.com as well as my SeanDietrichArt.com, and something specific for the wholesale, so it sends the shops directly to a MailChimp site. So they basically reach out, we enter their email, they automatically get an email that says, welcome to Dietrich Wholesale, here's some of the art samples, what we're looking at, please fill out this sheet, which includes your business license number, then you'll get the catalog, and then we can go from there. So I use Shopify for my my website. And Shopify integrates with MailChimp. So we clocked all the websites, and Shopify actually gets people checked out the fastest. And the integration with everything else that we're using is pretty good. So MailChimp's definitely worth using, yeah, or investigating. Sugar can tell you more about, we have a CRM program that we use as well. So for client management and retention and whatnot. And this is all stuff we just set up in the last month. So we're learning about it. MailChimp I've used for a few years, but there we go. Woohoo! All right. The cacks are looking all right. Just have to get these feathers done up. Hey, now I'm getting notifications from my Discord. Awesome. Fix that shit. How nice it is that my job pays me to be your Discord assistant. Hey man, I appreciate your job too. Tell him I said thanks. Well, I appreciate the help that you're doing for me. That really helps. And in return, you know I'm here, man. Any advice or anything. There we go. A new driver named Zvanko Jurek. That's a flip waiting to happen. I Jurek the truck. I'm just stereotyping, obviously, with a name like that, but yeah. A new driver. I wanted to be a truck driver for a while. Like, I thought, like, at an older age, I would just, like, you know, oh, I made my money off art. I'm going to go be a truck driver. Now, after driving around for many years with them as I tour, fuck no. It does not look fun at all. Oh, don't split brush, you little fucker. Infamous JB. That's what I did for 3 years prior to moving. Oh, really? Yeah, I always, you know, well, this is before I had ever toured or anything, so to me it was just the idea of the open road and probably the usual romantic notion of being a truck driver that country songs sing about. But then I'm like, nah, I'd rather be a touring artist and party and sell art and have a good time. 48 stater, made it to 47. Yeah, you know, I got maybe 5 states left till I've been to all 50. 4. But it's funny when I see the motorhomes drive past me and they got the map of the U.S. with like 4 states colored in. I'm like, oh, you're adorable. You've been to 4 states. And all these lines will get redone once I put the black. So yeah, there'll be a lot more of these little crazy feather lines, but I'm going to drop in the background first, and then I'll deal with that. But the cocks are painted. Let's get some highlights on their eyes. Let's give them those shine. Shine up those eyeballs. Whew. What am I at? 4 hours? Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday now. Thanks for everyone hanging out. I love my usual crew. You guys make it fun. Even if you're lurking or shooting heroin or whatever you're doing, I hope you're, you know, at least I know you're looking at some cool art maybe. I'm in 2 to 3 states every day. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Like mental states? I'm in a state of confusion. Let's see if I can... if I'm very careful. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Let's get the lighting cord. There we go. All right. You over here. There we go. Let you guys see the progress. Obviously, it's a lot easier to see it. There we go. Get detail of the line work. I know it was fucking bleached from all that light. But there's your fuzzy cocks. Fuck off, hydration butt. It's funny how that's coming out a little more hot pink on my OBS. Yes! Look deep into the orange cock. Okay. There we go. So now you get a better view of, and there's the swallow, there's the black knight, down to the rabbit, these guys. And we'll do a big pan back when it's done, but just wanted you guys to actually see what I did tonight. He was a liar and didn't paint anything. Missouri, Tennessee, and Arkansas. Oh, Memphis is a tri-state city. Okay. Tying off now. Have a good bang. Okay. Creation Nation. Oh, man. Am I done for the night? Am I done streaming? Oh, Mississippi. What did I say? Missouri? Is Mississippi MS? I'm slipping. I'm really happy with this painting. I don't want to give it to him. But he paid 10 grand, so I kind of got to give it to him. You know what? I am gonna hop off for the night. I might do a little more painting, but I'm gonna at least take a break and get food and yeah, whatever. I mean, they're both useless states, right? Yeah. Can we fuck with anybody tonight? Who's on? It's got to be some late night fool. Oh, there's a bunch of people. Jub's on. Party Carton. All right, let's go see Jub. I'm gonna raid him. If you will all join me, and then you can be off on your own. If you ice bucket sugar, we want the video. Oh, I will. No worry. Most definitely. Yeah. I'll ice bucket him. Have a great weekend, JB. Yeah, for sure. Again, Saturday, Sunday, I may jump on just to do some painting and get some more on. So I may have a couple of surprise streams, but thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you later.